Hello, and thank you for stopping by. A Wednesday again for a change. I got a week where I can do a Wednesday. Thomas Metal 75, Master of Superior Views. And this is your Master of Superior Views with the Wild Card Wednesday crew. We got, there he is, Jean H. Pierre, Mobile, Alabama. We got Jeremy from the state of Arkansas. Hello,
That's
sir.
right.
Michael Komaroff, always around on a Wednesday from Brooklyn, New York. And joining us now, Jay Terrio, Louisiana Bay Reviews. Yes, state of Louisiana. Hello and good evening to you all.
Hello.
Hello,
Good
Jay.
evening.
Again, wild card theme. That's what we do on a lot of Wednesdays. I guess we'll start with Jay since none of us have heard yet. What interesting beer have you brought this evening, Jay Terrio?
Sorry, I got delayed. I was watching something very kind of bizarre videos, so I got caught up in it. Anyway, I have Hams,
All right.
Hams beer, and what did everybody else have? Well, I'll watch it.
What do you have, Michael Komaroff?
I have a beer from the Bronx Brewery called No Resolutions IPA,
Whoa,
7.6% ABV and 50 IBUs.
Excellent. Sounds interesting. Jeremy, what are you bringing to the table this evening?
Believe it or not, I love this beer. I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
I had to bring it out today. Get it over with. Budweiser, Clamato, Chelada, but Picante, 5% ABV, no corn syrup.
No. Corn.
Or I hope not.
All right.
No corn syrup. Maybe.
Okay. Jean H. Pierre, what is your wild beer card beer?
Good evening, gentlemen, everybody. I am drinking tonight Modelo Especial, 7 ABV. I could be wrong. I have to look, but that is the Grupo Modelo, now part of the Constellation Brands. You have this and Negro Modelo, Modelo Negra, as well as Pacifico, Victoria, and Corona, Corona Light, Corona Premier, all part of the Grupo Modelo family of beers.
Yes,
It's a great beer.
It's 4.5.
4.5%. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you.
Mr.
Corona's 4.7, isn't it? I think extra.
No, it's 4.6.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard it live. 4.6% alcohol by volume. Now, my beer is one I have not tried yet. I have had original Cigar City Brewing Company's High Life, which is a, I guess it's just a standard single India Pale Ale, but this is white.
Oh, yeah, you were showing that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, they say, 7.5% alcohol by volume, 65 IBUs, canned on the 14th of, that says December 2018, not extremely, extremely old for a almost national style release, almost. It is our unique oak aged IPA marries the tropical profile of High Life IPA with notes of coconut and vanilla, contributed by white oak. Rustic wood notes abound, adding further dimension to our citrusy India Pale Ale. So I'm looking forward to that. Hell yeah. And Cigar City, as well as Bell's, but Cigar City just came into Massachusetts distribution in May of 2018. And before I go any further with that, which I'm pretty much done, James P. Madonna from the
Hello there, greetings.
Oh, sir.
You gonna do the greetings? You gonna do the greetings today?
I'm gonna do the greetings today.
Yeah.
Ronald J. or J. Ronald Terrio, he went bye-bye. Is he there?
He's
I think
How
he's
you doing, James?
Lucky bells to chase the demons away. Red Rooster, I'm gonna put you in a bag of shake and bake.
Oh, no. All right. What interesting beer from the great continent of Europe do you have this evening?
The continent of I have Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale.
That is Europe. Yeah.
All right, and I'm trying to get the details. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good choice.
Yes. Oh, there he is. There he is. It's us. Where the hell is he? They don't like to post the alcohol volume. Those people in England, and I'll use
The English.
Where is it? Where is it? Of course, the story about all their products is really enticing. You know, I brought about 2 others. The chocolate stout and the holiday winter ale. You know what? Nut brown ale. The story's too long for me to read. I don't want to get, like some people we go on and on and on and on and on.
There you go. Pour it.
All right, pour it, and it is nutty and brownie.
All right, you have the floor. You're already going on about nut brown. Why don't we just hear about your nut brown ale?
Hear about my Hey, Jeremy, did you bring your harmonica?
Not my good one.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting the good one.
No, I got my good Jews harp though. I got that.
We got to hear that bad boy here in a minute after you get.
Yeah, it might sound good with the harmonica. Anyway, let me try.
Okay, I got some information on that nut brown ale. It's 5% alcohol, and it also uses cane sugar to sweeten it.
Well, it is. The funny thing about it is, I mean, it's outstanding. It's more like a stout than it is an ale. It's mild on the bitterness and heavy on the malt flavor, as opposed to other porters and stouts that I've had. Of course, as far as ales go, I'm going to give this a real high rating when the time comes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very lovely, and it's got that heavy Dairy Queen chocolate malted look to it, and that's it. I mean,
James, that's the first time someone just mentioned Dairy Queen in a beer. That's kind of funny.
well, because it's hearty and robust looking, and it's just a heavy, as far as ales go, it's just a heavy, full-bodied,
oh yeah,
wonderfully smelling, and flavored, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, that makes perfect sense. Just you don't have to explain it. We know.
The kids don't know what the word malted means, Jeremy. If I say malted, they look at me like I'm from another galaxy. They don't know what the hell that means.
Kids don't. They don't know.
What's a malt shop? Oh no.
Well, an egg cream has no eggs in it.
Yep. All right, so you're loving that beer so far. All right, we will definitely be coming back to James and Madonna to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, look at
rating he's alluding to here. So keep drinking, keep thinking, keep sipping. We'll get back to you. I do want to hear. Oh yeah, I do want to hear from Michael Komaroff and the IPA from the Bronx Brewery he's got going on.
Okay, this is what it looks like. It's a little bit darker than your average IPA. It's like almost has like a reddish orange color. Nice lacing. Head is. That's me. You can. Hopefully you get it.
Oh man.
I know.
It's a political.
Wireless caller.
I get political town hall meetings calling me all the time.
Well, I just muted Michael Komaroff. You let us know if you're all good.
It's a robocall.
I muted you. Are you ready to come back now?
They go, hello there. And then they pause, and you think it's a person.
I'm ready. Okay, so
Goody.
I'm saying that the head is fairly limited, little small head, but it's off-white and fading a little bit, but it's still here. Let me give it a.
There you go.
It's got a combination of kind of like tropical combined with like some citrus, maybe some grapefruit together. Let me take a shot here.
Cheers.
It's very interesting. It's kind of like a combination of all your different flavor combinations. It's malty in your first sip, and then it goes to kind of like a musky kind of dank pineness together. And there's citrus in there too. So it's all combined. Very interesting.
Musky dank. It's like Limburger cheese, right? No, not quite.
It's definitely dank, and yet even though it's dank, it's still very bright and citrus and fruity together. It's like it's weird combinations that seem to work together. So I guess I'll have to say it's balanced.
It's got that real what am I trying to say? It's got that real oily, resinous sort of quality to it.
Yes, and I'll give you. I have the hops that are in it. It has 5 different hops: Centennial, Comet, Citra, Eldorado, and one I have not heard of, NZ, which is New Zealand, Dr. Rudy.
Dr. Rudy. All right.
DR
Rudy.
Dr. RUDI. And the grains are Munton's Extra Pale and Bria's Special Roast.
All right.
But so far, so good.
All right. Cool. Jean Anile. He's listening while he drives. Cheers, Jean Anile.
Enjoy Gatlinburg, John.
All right.
Have a safe trip.
Safe time.
You have anything else to add to that little taste profile, or are you just going to sip and think about it?
I'm just going to sip, and I'll have a number for you later.
Yeah, excellent. I like your thought. All right. I want to hear directly from Jeremy in Arkansas about drinking Clamato with a Budweiser.
Yeah, it's a weird combination. You wouldn't think you'd like it, would you?
Clamato.
Yeah. Who wants to put Clamato in a beer? Well, Budweiser did it. And there is nothing here. There's no. As soon as I poured it, it was about a 1-inch head, and it just dissipated really quick. Beer Advocate gave it a 3.06, and Ray Beer gave it a 1.64. So you know what we're looking at. The appearance is just a, really hazy looking pinkish orange, tomato looking color. And the smell, basically it's like a spicy V8, mostly Clamato and tomato juice. I can smell a little hint of lime and saltiness to it. So you may go ahead and do the taste test on this one. Or do y'all want to watch me do that one?
Go for it.
What we do? Cheers, everybody.
Find Clamato up north for some reason.
Y'all gonna do the okay?
Did you roll the can first?
Yes, I did.
All right. You're doing it right.
And
How does that bad boy taste?
Tastes the same as you would think. Clamato and the clam flavor kind of dominates a little bit, but it's good.
Clam beer. That is the weirdest.
Yeah,
Cherry stone clams.
but it's got a little jalapeno kick in there too. So
Yeah.
nice.
Is this Jeremy? Would you consider this
A Bloody
anything
Mary
different,
flavored beer.
similar to this to a Bloody Mary?
Yeah, it's like a Bloody Mary with beer instead of vodka, basically.
Wow. All right.
It's good. I like it. I like it to start the night. If I'm gonna start drinking, that's my favorite one to go to. Or in the morning time. If you're gonna drink in the morning, I don't know why you would, but Stout Sunday anymore?
All right.
Out right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts for the meantime, or are you gonna kick back and relax and think of a rating here?
Whenever you guys want to do rating, you want me to start the rating?
Jay and Eric still have to do their beer.
Yeah, we'll come back to Jeremy for a final thought, conclusion, rating. More about Clamato in a few minutes. I do want to hear from Jean H. Pierre and the Modelo Especial. I think most of us have probably had the Modelo Especial, but I do want to hear Jean's thoughts since he has the beer this evening.
Yeah, nothing really. Again, good evening, gentlemen. Nothing really thoughts about this. This is probably one of the most very enjoyable lagers I've had. I think everything that from that group of Modelo puts out with this, Victoria, Pacifico, of course, the three Corona beers: Corona, Corona Light, Corona La Familiar, and the Corona Premier. All of them are very enjoyable. It has a bit of a grass note to it, but overall, just a very smooth, easy drinking lager that I can crush. Maybe 4 of these.
Oh,
It's a good. I don't think it's a good. I think it's more than just during the summer. I think this is any time of the year. It's just enjoyable. And if you look at the sales, a group of Modelo, they actually have done quite well versus what Busch InBev, Molson Coors, and Miller Coors with some of their signature beers. And I don't know what it is, but it's just housing or maybe just all their beers and each of them are very distinct in their own way. As I said, so very good, very enjoyable lager. I just wish the price was a little bit lower compared to, say, for a 6-pack or a 12-pack of this, but understandable why it is what it is. But you could bring this to a party, you could bring this to a cookout, and you won't get the side eye, which I usually get if I bring, Miller High Life or maybe, I don't know, Yingling to a party and be like,
That's
what's
so
this here?
freakishly
So-
weird beer.
Yeah, my buddy's been giving
Overall, good beer.
my buddy's been giving me freebies of that every time I go to his nightclub, Modelo Especial, and it's a fantastic lager for, it's not weak or more watered down by any stretch.
No, it's not.
Full bodied. It's a great lager.
Absolutely.
I like it. Too.
John, how does it compare with some of the macro lagers that I don't drink?
Oh, this is 10 times better than that. 10 times
Yeah,
better.
Okay.
it's one of my favorites too, as far as Mexican style beer.
Yeah, you really pick up that Mexican corn flavor, like a tortilla.
Yes.
Dos Equis Ambar is another good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
and,
owned by Heineken.
Modelo Negra.
Yeah, Negro Modelo is another great one.
Nice. Well, sounds
Bring
like
the Dos Equis Ambar.
Yeah, he just said that.
yeah. Sounds like you're you got a real safe choice when it comes to the Modelo with some nice drinkable
Yeah.
qualities to it. So
Now, do you got to add
I
lime to that or not?
just got a steak, and it like I said, the Negra Modelo would have gone well with that steak, but like I said, I grabbed this instead, so no biggie.
excellent. We will definitely, like with everybody else, we'll definitely come back to Jean H. Pierre to hear his final thoughts, ratings, and comments on Modelo Especial. But first, we must get to Jay Terrio and Ham's beer, which I have still not tried yet.
Okay.
That has discontinued in our area.
Oh,
I love
still-
it.
It's still around here,
Mhm.
and I saw 30 packs on the west bank of the Mississippi River. Somebody's echoing, and I have a feeling I know who it
might
is.
be Jean. If I mute Jean, what happens?
Let's see.
Do.
So we'll just experiment. I don't hear it. All right. So the 30 packs are west bank of the river. I saw it at Savannah Discount. I don't know what the price was. Hams from the land of sky blue waters, 1865. Let's see. They use a wonderful mixture of water, barley malt, corn syrup, yeast, and hops. It smells, and they only sell it in cans. You can't get bottles. Apparently, looking at the website, they only have cans. They show their can lineup. Oh, well, it's a cheap beer, so I always did want to get a bottle of it. They used to make a Ham's Genuine Draft, and I have cans of that saved. That was pretty good stuff. It was cold filtered ham, but there's sweet grain, the liquid grain, and the solid grain. They make beer out of it.
Corn syrup.
Yeah.
Oh no, corn syrup. Oh.
High fructose corn syrup.
No,
Genetic
not the high fructose. Yeah, I'll give thumbs down on high fructose corn syrup.
They can go fruct themselves.
Wow. Woo!
This one doesn't use that. It just used the maltose. It's kind of semi-sweet, like white bread. And you got to watch that bread now, by the way. If y'all buy loaves of bread, look at the ingredients because many of them say high fructose corn syrup. And when I see that now, I put it right back on the shelf.
Yep, it's not good.
That's why everybody's fat. Now, true story. Now,
It is true.
Well,
there's a little,
yeah.
and it's the volume they eat. But see, the fructose is like heroin. The more they eat, the more they want. And so it's like a hamster in a cage and it's running around in that little wheel. Okay, you can't get anywhere. You don't ever gain that weight, but you don't gain an advantage. All right. It's grassy hops, a little hop bitterness at the end. There's the grain, the generalized, what we would call beer flavor, medium mouth feel, and a crisp finish. Hey, well, it hasn't really caught on. John said it was Discode in Alabama. It hasn't really caught on in Louisiana. They tried selling it in this town. I don't even think they sell it in this town anymore. They might, but I think the cans are old. In New Orleans, it seems to be a little more popular. If I go to Mardi Gras parades, I'm gonna keep an eye out on who's drinking it. This one is best by March 25th, 2019, so it's got a good date, guys. I enjoy it, but I'm not gonna go hunt it down, you know. If I see it and I see a bad date, I'm gonna put it right back on the shelf. But this one is fresh. My friend David gave it to me. He was finding fresh cans over right by Tulane University in New Orleans. So I'm enjoying it. I'm not like overwhelmed by how wonderful it is, but I do like it.
A perfectly acceptable beer for its price point, correct?
It's a good cheap beer. I've drank a lot of that before.
Yeah, but you got to watch the price points around here because like people might say, oh yeah, $5.99 a 6-pack of pint cans. That's not bad. But I can get some beers over here for $4.39 a 6-pack of pint cans. So
Ooh.
$4.39 a 6-pack of pint cans. That is my benchmark.
Now I can't remember the ABV on that. Was it
Gotta be
is
like
it close to the 5 range?
4.7
Yeah.
and 142 calories. And there's also a ham special light, which I've never tried.
We
Unfortunately,
don't have them in Arkansas either. But I've seen the hams. I've drank a lot of the hams, the tall boys like you're drinking.
No, this is just a 12 ounce. But
Oh, you have the 16 ounce?
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I wish I had a 16 ounce. But one more thing.
Yeah.
I did drink a pint of Schlitz about 2 hours ago.
Good American style beers right there. Lager.
Is that the beer that made Milwaukee famous?
Yes, it is. It is. And I prefer the Schlitz over the hams.
Tyler
because-
needs to walk with me.
Yeah, I prefer the Schlitz over the hams. But anyway, all right.
Tyler says, hello, Tyler Mansell. Hams.
Why isn't he here?
I don't know. Don't know.
Tyler, where are you at?
Yeah,
man?
where's Flacco? I thought Flacco was joining. What's going on?
Yeah, where's Flacco?
I don't know, people. I gave out this link and somehow you all joined.
He said he was going to join. Okay, what did Carlos
Tyler
say?
did say that it was great for the price, the hams, and that ham special light is also very good. So
Never
Yeah.
tried that one either.
you have a link if you're all available and anybody wants to join. You're on Beer Talk 2019 or you're on our Google Hangouts International Beer Reviewers Guild. Join that link and
And there's still 4 more slots for people to show up right now.
Where is Flacco?
So
All right.
with the host, they allow 9, right?
Right.
9 at the host.
9 guests.
And the host. Okay.
Eric, we're ready for your white oak.
That's what she said. Here it is. Highlight White Oak again. This is oak aged in the White Oak, and it is 7.5%, 65 IBUs. And here is what it looks like in the glass, in my IPA glass, as I swirl it around a little bit. It does have somewhat of a, there's John H. Pierre again. It does have somewhat of a hazy kind of a look to it, but it is, I would say, copperish orangey with a nice bright white head. And it's got a lot of nice clean lacing to it. And it's a very attractive looking. Definitely
What's the ABV on that beer, Eric?
7.5%.
Nice.
And the nose is extremely tropical. It's extremely like papaya, passion fruit, mango, guava kind of deal to it. And there's definitely the barrel or the oak aging in it that I can totally get that coconutty vanilla kind of a note without any bourbon-esque notes like you would get in bourbon barrel aged beers. It just smells like a totally new, either, I don't know if they're using oak staves or if they're using an actual barrel, but it just tastes like the clean white oak introduced into it. I can't really say that it smells woody, but it definitely smells of vanilla and toasty kind of coconut. There definitely is some white bready notes to it. There's a little bit of like a small amount of like a molassesy kind of a note, but that's not very big. Yeah, I mean, it smells juicy and of the white oak barrel type influence. So very, very cool smelling. Yeah, very awesome. High marks for a smell. See about the
Good
taste
lacing too.
again, highlight from Cigar City in Tampa Bay, Florida, the White Oak Edition. Cheers.
I'd try that.
Cheers,
sometime.
Eric.
I don't know if we can get that around here. I have to check.
I remember
Again,
the first time I did Highlight, their IPA, and I pronounced it JLI. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Again,
I said, let me do a redo, and I did another video, and I did it correctly. So
good. This is the 14th of December canning, 2018, and it still tastes pretty vibrant and fresh to me at this point. I'm definitely getting a lot of resin, oily notes to it. I'm getting all of those passion fruit, guava, mango, papaya notes to it. There is a ton of coconutty, toasty coconut, and there's a ton of vanilla, but more of it is coming off to me as the coconut. I'm getting a nice white bready note. I'm getting some toasty malts in there as well. The drinkability, well, the mouthfeel on it actually kind of is a little bit creamy and silky thanks to the nice sort of fluffy white head. It's kind of creamy in a way. Let's say it's straight up medium from my palate. It's got a nice zingy carbonation. It's very fine particulates or very fine carbonation bubbles. So it is going down very velvety smooth. It is actually quite refreshing and smooth and easy drinking for it being a medium bodied beer. It does tend to retain some of its oily, resinous, mildly dank quality towards the end of it. So it is dry, but it's still coming out with some of those resinous oil, piney sort of notes at the end. It's not huge. It's not annoying. If you're not really an IPA fan, maybe you would get taken back by that. But I challenge even a non-IPA fan, this being this White Oak Edition, you might find things that you like about it. If you're a bourbon fan, maybe you would like this. If you just like barrel-aged beers in general, vanilla or coconut, you may like this. If you think that you like New England style IPAs, I would even challenge you to drink this. You probably would even like this too. It's got a really good West Coast kind of meets that juicy-ish tropical kind of note to it with the white oak is kind of very interesting. So far, they're really good, and I think I'd have to go side by side, but I think so far I'm liking the White Oak Edition better than its original highlight. So pretty good so far. I cannot complain.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't, please, I want to give advice. Don't use Taylor port wine before you drink a heavy beer. I just poured some of my shirt.
All right.
Yes.
It's a travesty here. I'm telling you, and it's happening live.
I'm going to wild card this one. Let's go to Michael Komarov.
Okay.
Just randomly. Give us some love and thoughts and stuff on your Bronx IPA. Just give us.
I really like this IPA a lot, and I was saying on their can, their slogan is "No Nonsense Ales," which is what's on the top of this, and they seem to specialize in IPAs, but they do make other styles as well. This is very good, and I'm ready with my number of 91, which I guess you would say it's the highest A- that I have. I guess.
Sure.
And I would buy it again.
Excellent. Anything that would. I did not mean to do that to our man, but I just ejected the man. Ooh, shame on me. I'm trying to mute that guy. He's so friggin' loud. I'm sorry. But I would fight him back. But what would cause that beer to get a higher rating? How would that beer get a higher rating?
It's well balanced for what it is. I think this is what they're trying to get. So I don't really. It could be a combination of what I'm looking for. Maybe it could be maybe less of the different complexities together. Maybe only using 4 hops or 3 would give you less of those combinations, and but it is well balanced for what it is. So I can't totally, be rough on it, but definitely 91 A-.
See what happens when you try to mute John, you try to make the audio sound great, you eject him by accident. Oh boy. Dang it, John.
First time he's ever been ejected from the chat.
Unfortunately, no. But
oh, I want to hear this story out there.
when you try to
must have Wi-Fi.
I used to have when I was doing these Wednesdays more consistently. I used to have a 3 strikes and you're out. If I have to mention it to you 3 times about the audio, I used to just go, "Yep, you're out. See you later." Because it just kind of gets distracting a little bit when all you hear is echo and people ask about the echo. But John back. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go to Jay. Yeah, Jay and some Hamm's beer. What kind of a rating does Hamm's beer get from you today?
Well,
I won't eject you.
No matter what he rates it.
Yes.
Well, I give it a B+, 88.
Okay.
It's very good. And then when you got the price point, it makes it very much more gooder. And by the way, while y'all were talking, I was listening, wasn't ignoring you. I was reading the Anheuser-Busch website. Now they've got 2 meads coming out.
Ooh, yeah. I like
You
mead.
hear what I just said? Mead made with honey.
I do like mead a lot.
So that's a thing.
Not a beer, but it's a thing.
I don't know if I need mead, whatever, or something like that.
I've never tried mead in my whole entire life.
Is it a liqueur or just a honey wine?
It's a honey wine, yeah.
It's like a honey beer.
Oh,
It's more related to a wine than it is to a beer.
Oh, yeah. Well, get ready because Anheuser-Busch has some 3.5% alcohol honey concoctions coming at you.
3.5, what the hell?
3.5 might as well be in Oklahoma.
Or Noonan, Georgia with John.
Well, this is 3.5% alcohol by volume. Now, what they get in Oklahoma is at 3.5 by weight.
Oh, is that what it is?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's about 4%. Yeah.
But it's still not much. I've
Yeah.
heard lived there complain about it.
You go to Oklahoma and get King Cobra, and it's 4% alcohol. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can drink a 12 pack and not even feel it hardly, they say. So
What are you practicing prohibition there or something?
Yeah, they're very 1908.
yeah.
Well, let the F5 tornado take care of them for that.
Hey,
Oh,
wait a minute. We're close to the F5 tornadoes around here. So
No, that was very
I
terrible.
mean, Arkansas is nice. They got good fishing. They don't deserve F5 tornado.
well, speaking of natural, I don't know if it's natural, but speaking of disasters, is Budweiser and Clamato a natural disaster or is it a good beer? How would you rate that?
I'm gonna say for you guys that don't like, if you don't like spicy V8s, this is a total disaster, and I would not recommend it. But I'm gonna give it a B- because I like it.
Okay,
I'm gonna give it 82. Is that about right?
sure. I think so.
I mean, if it had a little bit more beer flavor and less of the Clamato, I think it would be a B.
I've been craving seafood. Oh, and one more thing. I went to Oklahoma many times, and once I was driving on Route 66.
Isn't that a song?
Yeah, I was getting my kicks on Route 66.
There you go.
Life is a highway.
Ends at Santa Monica.
What?
I hear it ends at Santa Monica Pier, California.
We drove all the way to the end of it. Yep. And it was so cold on that beach. Oh, we were shivering on that beach.
If Jean does not return, what rating am I going to give his beer?
NA. I've
Hey.
contacted him. He's seen me chatting and contacting him about joining this.
It's
league.
okay. I can just leave it incomplete.
I didn't.
You know what though?
I didn't mean to eject him. He was just echoing, and
It'll
I
probably
wanted
be at 92.
The crazy thing is he never gave us feedback when he needed to give us feedback.
nope, I would say something, and then he would ask a
Feedback.
question that
Never
already
mind.
answers my thing I just said. It's 7.5% alcohol. How much alcohol is there? Oh boy.
Come on, Jean. Come
Jean,
on,
Jean.
Oh,
Where'd he go?
No. All right. Let's go to we have not gotten to James P. Madonna and his final rating of
well, before I give this a wonderful rating, I would like to tell Ronald J. or J. Ronald Terrio that I am cooking turkey thighs and wings in Marsala wine in my slow cooker with stuffing at the moment. And yeah, like I said, Taylor Port, don't drink it before heavy duty
Right.
beer.
right, because then you get a little loopy.
Yeah, I loopied right down the sleeve of my
And James P. Madonna, James, por favor, Madonna.
Yes, sir. Por favor. Pour some more. Like Red
No,
Fox
no.
said,
I thought that was your middle name, por favor. But
por favor. And you know, my ex from San Diego made me suck down many a clamatos in Baja, Mexico. She claimed it's an aphrodisiac, but I actually like clamato.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I digress.
trying to find the evidence of that. Hey, but James P. Madonna,
Yes, sir.
if you ever get a chance, try the Samuel Smith's Yorkshire Stingo. It's about 9% alcohol.
Hey, ooh,
Really?
that sounds good.
I'm gonna look for that. Stingo, huh?
Yorkshire Stingo. It's aged in barrels. Some
They
kind
sting
of
real good.
Like Stingo Star of the Beatles.
ale.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, ale back.
I got a Mexican beer called Gringo Star.
Yeah, Stingray Stingo. They should have a little manta ray on the label. But anyway, as ales go, I'm going to give this 100.
Ooh,
A whopping 8+ because
wow.
this is the first time I'm having it, and it's like I said, Dairy Queen chocolate malted. It's heavy, it's full bodied. It's got a strong malt, hops, flavoring, very heavy mouthfeel. The aroma is just like I described, and Yeah,
I love that company. That company makes such great beers.
and they're all fermented on the Stone Yorkshire, like you
Where?
said a couple weeks ago.
In open air.
Yes. Yes. And they have a picture of it too, of the man tending to it. It's very inviting looking. I mean, so yeah, I'll give it a mega.
Wow.
Boom. Get
That's-
it live, folks.
That's
There's
definitely
what
what I
I
need to
call
try.
the first 100 out of 100 I
Oh,
can.
yeah, you gotta try Samuel Smith's beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if merry old England can't make a great ale, then who can?
Germany.
Nobody.
Amen.
Well, Germany can make a good lager.
He wasn't talking about lager.
Oh, Belgium.
Say
All right.
poorly girl dark. I like.
As Eric would say,
Get the beeswax, Eric, and make the barbershop quartet. Curly mustache.
okay. Hey, my daughter bought me some beard balm.
Beard balm.
It's
Yeah,
like
make
the
stuff look
stuff
nice.
you put it on your fingers and you rub it on the beard. Beard balm.
What do you give that a rating of?
Well, it smells minty. I could show you the canister of it. I'll be back.
Uh-oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
People are coming back.
Could
We're
that
about
could that be
rating on
pubic hair balm too, or your girlfriend?
Hell no.
I'm like,
I got a feeling we're gonna get a rating on it.
I'm going to get a rating on beer. We're going to go back to beer and not
Yeah, do it.
whatever the hell you're talking about. Woo! Oh, shit. White Oak. Oh, so, yeah, this is limited release from the Cigar City Brewing people. And it's not like I don't want to call it a novelty beer. That's not what I'm trying to say, but it is sort of, it is a nice change of pace. It's not exactly what I want every time that I'm drinking a beer or an IPA, but it certainly is a really nice addition with that oak and that vanilla and the coconutty kind of notes to it. And it does have a really good resinous sort of a hop to it. So I think IPA fans are going to get your money's worth out of this one. I don't have the receipt out in front of me, but it was probably all of $2 and change, maybe even upwards of $3. So I didn't find it was too expensive for what it is. But I mean, I'm guessing 93 is where I'm gonna sit on a rating with this one. Again,
That's
the
good for you.
oak is bringing, even now that I think about that, the oak is kind of bringing with the coconut and the vanilla its own kind of a sweet characteristic mixed with the tropical fruits, and it's just a different twist on IPA that I don't know if I want that all the time. I think if it were maybe more hop forward a little bit just to combat on some of that upfront malty sweetness to it, it might even get a little bit of a higher rating from me. It is a little bit on the sweet side for an IPA in this kind of a beer, but overall it's really a nice welcomed addition to the beer. I think it is probably better in my mind if I can remember back to drinking the High Life back in May, but I'd have to go back to High Life original and see if I like that better. But so far, this is a welcomed addition to the High Life range of Cigar City beers. 93.
Sounds good.
Wow.
Jay,
I
you were
tried that.
correct. You were correct. Jean is giving his beer an A.
Can he not come back onto the review?
He seems angry, but I'm not sure.
I did not mean you. You were vibrating.
I'm not sure though.
And
I'm not
I was
sure.
trying to stop the echo and accidentally pressed eject.
I told him to come back, but I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Oh,
Man, Jesus.
thanks, John.
Anyways,
oh god.
It was a mistake.
You know what? It's when you're in Mobile. I guess when somebody tweaks you down, you don't just jump right back in.
I am Mobile, so, all right, Massachusetts beer review.
No, I'm sure you didn't do it intentionally. So
No, 100% not intentionally. Now, what do you got there? Oh, you got the beard bum.
Beer balm. It's made with 3 types of oil.
Mom?
Jojoba.
Argon, shea, and Alabama pecan oil, and
Alabama.
beeswax.
Beeswax. There you go.
It's from a company called Left Hand Soap Company.
Not the milk stout people.
You'll be able to curl that mustache up.
I was thinking about that milk stout. What you was talking about that?
Yummy.
Yeah, that's a good beer. Well,
And I haven't even tried it yet. I heard about it though.
oh, I'm getting a lot of messages here. Maybe he's angry. Let's see.
Tell him not to take it. Don't take it personally, Jean. That's not exactly what anybody was trying to do. Was to eject you.
I see that John Sharon is eating.
Seriously.
John Sharon is eating dinner at Louisville at the Blind Squirrel, and John Sharon is growing a long beard, and John Sharon does not join us anymore on Hangouts, and that has got me angry. All right.
All right. Join us again, Jean. I challenge you.
Where's Eric Brenner? Where's Eric Brenner? Eric Brenner did a video tonight. Okay.
He's a.
I
don't know.
No, I didn't get any messages from Jean-Pierre.
All right. Well, good thing you did, Michael. Apparently, he talks.
We love you, John. Don't leave us.
Not intentional, but I digress on that. I'm assuming that Jay will be doing his thing on his channel on Wednesday next week, and we'll figure out on my channel as far as when we're gonna go back on for next week. Usually a Tuesday or a Thursday at this point, but we'll collaborate with the rest of beer community, and we'll figure that out because I would still like to do once a week in some
Yes, and I don't know if I can join those, but the theme for March, the first Wednesday in March. Wait a minute, I don't even know if I can do that one. Let's see.
Oh,
what about next week?
Oh yeah, never mind. The theme for the first Wednesday in March is I'm not gonna be there. Unless
So
they
it's wild card?
I was gonna say Mexican beers, but heck, why they gotta play baseball all the time?
So this is the pre-St. Valentine's Day Massacre on our Wallet show.
And Stout Sunday is on hiatus unless Jay decides when he wakes up that he wants to do it.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem because I was thinking about this while I was walking around the other day. I was literally walking and thinking about it. And I was saying, I don't know if I can do it because there's going to be a lot of noise around me, and people are going to, not only are they not going to understand the need for quiet, they won't even care about the need for it. So I have to figure it out. I might do it. It's about a 40% yes and 60% no, but still 40% is not terrible.
Like I said, Jeremy and I are up for it. You just have to let us know.
okay.
I'll try to let you know in a reasonable time, but I would say be on standby, but I just can't say yes because of the situation.
I think Staff Sunday should be done from Jay's church during service.
Would they allow that, Jay? Would they allow you to do it from inside the church?
great
Probably
idea.
not.
I do it anyway.
Don't ask. Don't ask. That's the just to ask for an apology later. You know.
He doesn't want to be thrown out though.
No, because if I go to mass on Sunday, it would be at 7:30, and then Stout Sunday would not be for 2 more hours. But because it'd be 10:30 your time, but 9:30 my time. But it's plausible, it's feasible, and it's reasonable, but it's not necessarily likely.
And what about David doing his inaugural appearance on it also, just as a, have David come over?
I don't know. That
would be cool.
Giving me a hard time this afternoon. He was jumping on my case this afternoon because I gave Virginia Black Whiskey an A, and he said, "You're crazy. That's not even a C. It's a C-." what's wrong with you? He told me, you don't know how to taste whiskey. You're an amateur drinking whiskey. Why would you give it a score like this? And I told him, I said, I admitted I was an amateur, but that's what I was tasting. To me, it tasted in the A level. And he said, no, no, no. I watched that video you made and I was appalled. And he was just, he seemed very upset about the score I gave it. And he gave me a pretty good dressing down. And he said, basically he was telling me, you need to learn how to drink whiskey and evaluate it, because what I'm seeing is pathetically bad.
Taste is so individual, though. Somebody can rate something an A and somebody else can give it an F. So
I know. I told him that. I said, I'm only calling it as I'm seeing it. And he was saying, well, your palate wasn't clean. Your palate wasn't clean. I said, yes, it was.
I think the Emerald Mystic should bash this guy on the internet.
Oh my goodness!
By the way, Jay, you may have missed it, but James P. Madonna had the Red Rooster ready to be cooked in his recipe.
In the shake and bake. In the
shake and bake.
No, the slow.
Oh boy.
And breadcrumbs.
Red Rooster dumpling.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I found Jean H. Pierre.
John! Hi, Jean!
I did a screen share with everybody, so you're being shown.
Are you in cyberspace, or where are you at?
I'm screen sharing with him on Facebook video here. So if you can say something about your Modelo, say it now. Everybody should be able to hear you, Jean. Jean.
I told you he's upset.
How do you get the face? How do you get?
Is that the real Jean, or is that the just a statue?
Jean, can hear me.
You hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh boy, this ain't going.
Just tell us what the score is.
Ask him for a numerical score. He said A.
Talk to us now. Talk to us now. Tell us about Modelo real fast.
It's a B. I don't know what happened. I thought.
Instead of muting you, I ejected you because I'm an idiot.
You're not necessarily an idiot. All right.
Very enjoyable. Again, pair with anything. So much for Modelo Special.
All right. Good.
What's the number?
The number, I give it a 90 out of 100.
Boom. All right.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I said A-, and that's what he gave it. 90.
It's that good. It is good.
It is good.
Hey, what happened? Why I got get kicked out? Was it a damn
You were playing, I tried to mute you instead of pressing mute.
He hit the wrong button, Jean. He hit the wrong button.
But I figured out how to work around it. So live with this for right now, people.
Eric.
What I was gonna ask Michael a question about his beer.
He can still hear you.
I can hear you.
I know. I'm trying to think what that question was, and then when I got knocked off, I was like, well, oh yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Michael, is that considered a New England style IPA?
No, it's more of like an East Coast style. And I know it's very little left, you can't see, but it wasn't hazy. It was kind of like more clear, dark orange color with little red, like maybe red highlights in it. Darker than your average IPA, though, for sure.
Kind of like hopping?
I guess. I don't think Bronx makes a New England style, although, this stuff happens changes happen fast, so I'll have to check and make sure they do not.
And what's that IPA Jerry from Terrapin Brewery in Athens, Georgia? Is that High Five?
Terrapin. What's Terrapin's main flagship beer? Is that their IPA?
I believe so. High Five, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it similar to that?
This is maltier.
Okay. And what's
But it's good. It's a good combination of flavors, so I'm happy with it.
What's the ABV on that one again?
7.6 and 50 IBUs. The bitterness comes on more in the finish than it does throughout, though.
Okay.
But it's
Eric,
bitter.
I like the good bitter ones. Eric, before you shut this off, you have to let James P. Madonna close it out because I forgot to do that last week.
Okay.
Ooh, are you guys done?
No.
Do your thing, James P. We are ready.
You're done? Oh, Jeremy, where's your harmonica?
I don't have a good one.
That won't work.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Hillbilly music. All right. Woo.
and the boasters was
Bravo.
we will expedite the pirate ship.
All right. On behalf of Jean H. Pierre, I figured out how to get this guy back in a way, and Jay Theriault, and that guy, James P. Madonna, for all of his musical shenanigans, yeah. And Michael Kormorov, and Jeremy from the great state of Arkansas.
That's right.
Massachusetts Beer Reviews, Thomas Meadow 75. I raise the end of my glass and I say until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We'll figure out when I see you all soon, but we always talk. We'll speak later. Peace.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.